There are at least a million ways. My good is coming to me. My good is coming to me. My good is And part of that good is this summer series that ends next Sunday. Living abundantly, embracing our unlimited good. There's a couple more copies on the welcome table if you haven't gotten one yet. And today we're exploring, we're embracing joy. Because if we can embrace joy, and with our daily word love, we are in the right place at the right time with the right people right now. And that is the truth. So, as we've been following along in this booklet, today's writing was written by Reverend John Canier. Now, he is a Unity minister who served as a hospice chaplain. And in that, he's just retired. And he titled this writing, Rejoice! Exclamation point. And here's, I don't know why the clicker's having a hard time here. Do you sometimes put a damper on your joy? When an exciting event or moment arrives, do you hold back for fear it won't work out? Embrace, welcome, and appreciate the good things, the occurrences, the people who come to you. Embrace what you're good at. Embrace the fact that you are good. And why do we know that? We know that by that affirmation of faith that we say every Sunday. That there's one power and one presence everywhere in our lives in the universe. God, the good, omnipotent. That all good, where is it? It's all around us. It's all through us. The fact that we are good. It's important because on this journey, we are human. And we're going to relate on the human level. We all know what that's about. We've been doing it as long as we've been alive, yes? And in that human journey, we're going to have the ups and downs, the disappointments and the successes. We're going to have life as life is. But we also have this spiritual aspect of us. The essence of truth, wisdom, and goodness. Our Christ consciousness, our divine nature, our divine identity. It doesn't matter what you call it. We are one with that and all the time. And in that, there is joy. Always joy. John goes on to say that you were made in the image after the likeness of God, all good. So receive your good. Let out your joy. There's no need to guard or defend or protect yourself from potential disappointment. Rejoice. And what is that potential disappointment? That's that reticence. It's that maybe it won't work out. Maybe I won't be recognized. Maybe they won't hear me. Ever have those thoughts? All of those thoughts stop us from the good that's available to us. So that we can step through those fears with confidence by knowing that even though we may not know what the outcome is, we have everything that we need to process and deal with whatever we have. It's significant that that is part of our journey. Joseph Campbell is a great writer, and he made a significant impact on our culture. He has the bumper sticker of "Follow Your Bliss." A man who taught, know what your passion is, know what you love, know what gives you joy, and follow that trail. Follow your bliss. He says here, find a place inside where there's joy. And the joy will burn out the pain. So once again, this spiritual understanding, this spiritual journey, is we need to turn within. We need to find that joy within us. Now, when we can identify the joy in the moment, the pain, the sadness, the disappointment, the resentment, the shame falls away. That doesn't mean it won't come back, but in that moment, it dissolves because the joy, the light, the love is far more powerful. The truth about love and joy is it lasts forever. Any love you've ever had, any love you've ever received or given is eternal. Just try to look back and remember pain. Can't do it. Pain doesn't last forever. You can remember a time in the past you felt pain, but you can't feel the pain again. Look back to a time you were deeply loved, or you deeply loved. You can feel it right in the moment because love is eternal. And it will simply dissolve away the pain. I know this for a fact because recently I was feeling very sad, disappointment, and felt lost and didn't know what to do next. And so I practiced identifying the joy. And it's easy to do. In any moment we can identify the joy. Right now we can celebrate that we're here together, that we can all breathe. We can remember those joyous times of being with family. We can probably also conjure times with family where we just want to wring everyone's neck. But the one that's going to feed us is remembering the joy. And with that, we have the strength to carry on, to do the next indicated thing. Reverend Mary Kupferle was a powerful unity minister. I wish I had met her. Also a great author. She says, joy is your gift from God. And it is not dependent on what occurred 10 years ago, a month ago, yesterday, or last night. It's a gift. It's actually an inheritance. It's just what is. It's not based on, well, you were bad 3 years ago, so you only get a little bit of joy. No, we're given all the joy that there is in each and every moment. It's their access for us. And we access it through our center, through prayer and meditation, through recognizing, wow, there's a lot for me to embrace that is joy. There's a lot in this book about joy. There's a lot of other stuff, but in reality, you could say it's a book of joy Because as our co-founder, Charles Fillmore, identified, this is our journey of generation, degeneration, and regeneration. It's the process of living with immense joy. And so Isaiah chapter 35:10. Everlasting joy shall be upon their heads. The divine presence gives joy lavishly. They shall obtain joy and gladness. It's part of who and what it's part of what makes us up. And in that recognition of it, sorrow and sighing shall flee away. Everlasting joy shall be upon their heads. They shall obtain joy and gladness, and sorrow and sighing shall flee away. It's significant in our lives that we have what we have. And we only have the present moment. It's the joy now. It's not the truckload of joy we've had in the past, because that's gone forever. And the truckload of joy in the future never gets here, because the future never gets here. Tomorrow will never come. We only have this moment. And when tomorrow is this moment, that's all we'll have. We won't have today anymore. The thread that restores us, that gives us what we need, is that everlasting joy. It's just ours to embrace it. Marianne Williamson is a powerful unity minister, great writer. And here she says, joy is what happens to us when we allow ourselves to recognize how good things really are. In truth, there is much more good in our lives in each moment than not. Now, sure, we notice there's a burned out light bulb, there's a crack, there's a problem, there's a pothole. But if we back up and look at the whole picture, we're alive. We can breathe. We're pretty healthy. We learn from our experience. We're blessed to be here in South Central Texas, where the weather truly is moderate. I know for some of you, this heat is like you're over it, you're done. I love the heat. And then you can have 9 months of cold. But we appreciate what I agree. So let's know that it's ours to recognize the good things that exist. Our family, our celebrations, our successes, we finish our walk. We finish anything we set out to do. When we do that, give ourselves credit for what we've accomplished, what do we experience? Joy. I feel that every time I pull weeds. Because it's the longest time before I have to go and pull weeds again. But I get to experience the joy that I'm done. That it's accomplished. Yes? It's good stuff. And to bring this talk around full circle, May Rowland, a powerful woman, she was the head of Silent Unity for many, many years. Great writer. She says, we must cultivate and increase our ability to enjoy life today. then the very spirit of happiness will accompany us tomorrow. Our capacity to enjoy life increases as we use it. Practice, practice, practice. And with that practice, we become more accomplished. When we practice cooking, we become better at cooking. When we practice joy and happiness, we become better at it. We become a bigger container for good. We don't need to put a stop on our bliss. And if you're just feeling you can't accept more good, the heart's so full, I've just got so much joy, I don't know what to do with it, then it's time to stop, close your eyes, and ask God to upgrade your blissometer. Because it means you've got an old model and it just can't handle it. So upgrade to a bigger one, then you've got tons of room for more bliss and joy. Yes? Appreciate the good. Focus on the good. Track the joy moments in your life, and you'll experience more joy today. And that's embracing joy. Thank you.
Step out on the water, release your faith. Every step is stronger. Step out on the water.